to class. This week you are going to use the foam roller, a pillow. You could have a towel if you want something for your neck, and also the wall. Have fun. And then imagine like the wall is the ground. So you have your sacrum heavy, you have your shoulders there, the back of the head, and then just let your arms relax. Then press your palms towards the wall because it's the ground. Open the shoulders more and just take a few breaths here. And we're going to start lifting one hand as the other one stays pushing into the wall, so one will lift up. And then you'll switch. When you push into the wall, you'll feel muscles through your side engage. Keep them active as the opposite hand comes up. And switch. So you could imagine like you're on something sticky and you're trying to pull away. Or like you're a cat and you're grabbing onto a blanket and you pull it up with your claws. I always wanted to be a cat for that reason. Try a couple more as your arms relax. Again, sacrum heavy, shoulders up against the wall. We're on the wall. And then the head against the wall. Gonna open your arms out to a T. And then you're going to reach through your fingertips, trying to open up through the chest as much as you can as you reach through the fingertips. And then keeping your shoulder blades on the wall, you'll start to lift up to the range that feels good for your shoulders, unless there's a frame in the way. And then back out to the sides. So you go from being a T to being a Y. T, Y, or also martini glass. 2 more times. And then drop the arms down for the hips. Like you're picking up flowers, you lift them up. And you toss them behind you. You reach for the wall if it's available, then you open through the arms to do it again. So this might feel similar to what we do on the foam roller, but you're doing it standing. 2 more times. Engage through your feet so that you start to feel your legs work a little bit more. And then reversing the arms. If you feel muscles between your shoulder blades and your spine, good job. And if you don't feel those, just let me know. One more time. And then letting the arms hang, draw the abdomen in, breathe in. Exhale, start to roll forward. Keeping your sacrum against the wall and going down to where the sacrum stays on the wall in the same spot. The arms will circle. And they will reverse. And then you'll restack back up. Letting the arms relax. And then grabbing onto your foam roller. Let's start with it horizontal on your mat. They're below the shoulder blades on the rib cage. Hands behind the head. Elbows within your peripheral vision. Push into your feet so that you feel the bottoms of the feet start to work and the hamstrings and glutes. And then let's go back to where your feet and your legs stay active. And then you'll run forward. So you're only going as far back as your legs can stay active. I don't know about you guys, but that makes me work a lot harder. Good. 2 more times. And then putting weight onto the feet to lift the hips and roll the hips towards the heels a couple of inches. Lower the hips. So we just moved down and the foam roller up the back. The foam roller is now right at the base of the shoulder blades where they began. So that when you go back, you can feel like your shoulder blades start to lie onto the foam roller as if it were the mat. Couple more times. Once more. You got it. And then let's move a little closer towards the shoulders. Not where you feel like it's going to roll underneath you, but right before that point. Once you get there, you're going to go back again. Elbows close towards your temples as you go back, pulling the forearms to the back wall behind you, and then up towards the ceiling as you sit up. Again, pulling your elbows to the back wall behind you, and then back up towards the ceiling. Moving at a pace that feels fast. If my pace is a little fast for you, you can go slower. If you like my pace, follow along. It changes, so don't commit to it too much. 3 more. 2. And once more. Good. Sit yourself up however you need to. And then we're going to place the foam roller long ways. Butt at one end, head at the other end. Have space for your feet to walk out and for your arms to move around. So once you're here, do a couple of neck tucks where you tuck your neck in a little bit and then back, just to kind of find where your neutral neck would be. And then once you have your neck in a comfortable neutral position, open through the shoulders, just like on the wall. Let's lift one arm up and then we lower, and then the other one, and we lower. When you're doing this, find your upper back muscles and use them to help you lift the arm. They also help you push into the mat. Good. Two more. One more on each side. Now let's turn the palms into the body so that the pinky touches down. One hand will reach over. The thumb is aiming for the ground. You don't have to touch the ground. If you want to, that's fine, as long as your spine stays in alignment and your shoulders stay open. Or we'll just start alternating. Again, a pace that feels good for you to move at, where you feel like the arm is staying connected to your back the entire time. If you lose it, that's okay. Look for it again. The feet press into the mat. The glutes stay active. Yeah, and you only lift to where you stay connected to your back. If that's just above the chest, it's above the chest. If it's overhead, great. more on each side. And then once you're even, both arms will go above the head. The arms will open out to the side to T. About shoulder height, reach through the middle finger, the ring finger, and the pinky. That will help you feel your shoulder blades hug around the foam roller a little bit more, hopefully. Then from there, the elbows pull down for the hips, and the elbows pull back up towards T. As the elbows pull down, feel your back muscles do this. Good. So down to the hips and out to T. Happy Halloween week. Let's turn these into circles where the arms will lift up and over to where you can stay connected to your back, and then you open out and down to the hips. The range can vary. Three more circles in this direction. And then reversing at the top where the arms lower down, they open out to the sides, up and overhead, and back down. You can lead through your elbows, picturing that your humerus, your upper arm bone, is a ball and socket joint, because it is, and it's just rolling within the shoulder socket. 2 more times. And once more. Good. Place the arms to your side and find a way to anchor your shoulders down, opening through the chest. We're going to practice rolling, or actually take your feet together first and walk them out a little bit. Keeping your feet together, your knees together. Well, you won't be able to really keep your feet together, but you're attempting to keep them as close to each other as possible. The left heel is going to lift and then lower, and then the right heel goes up and lower. One heel goes up, then you lower, then the other. Doing this 5 times on each leg. Last 2 sets. All of the toes stay on the mat. Just the heel comes up once more. Yeah, it's a very tiny little movement. Then you're going to take your feet into like a really big Pilates V, and then separate the heel so that the feet become parallel and the knees go apart. Interlacing the fingers behind the head. Connect your arms to your back. And let's start sitting up, reaching the ears for the ceiling, and then lowering down. Put weight into the feet, to the toes, and keep the weight there as you reach for the ceiling, and keep the weight on the feet as you lower. So that the range that you curl up is determined by how much weight you can keep on the feet. Really by trying to keep the weight even through the feet. Good. Three more times. And once more. head down, arms to the side, open through the shoulders. One leg will go to tabletop. That leg, the foot will flex. Push the leg away like you're standing on the wall. Hold for a second and then pull the knee back in. You're going to push away and pull back in. If it feels too heavy to press to that wall, you can straighten for the ceiling and bend. Or you push away and pull. If you push away, you squeeze your glutes. That will help you support the weight of the leg. Or if you push to the ceiling, try squeezing your butt. That's going to want to pull you down to push into the wall. Good. But again, finding the spot where you feel like you're working, where it's a little bit of a challenge, but it's not uncomfortable and there's no pain or aches. This is where you can work. One more time. Placing that leg down. Reorganize your body. I always like to look at my feet just to make sure that I'm still even. Good. And then switching sides. Once you feel even through your upper body, opposite leg goes up, flexing through the foot. So press out and back in, or up and back in. Pushing into the wall, engaging through the glute. Even if it feels different from the other side. Practice a few more times. Let's do 3, 2, and once more. Lowering that leg. Good. For balance theories, arms up to the ceiling. Both will punch for the ceiling. Here, if we're comfortable, we'll pick up another leg. If this works, fantastic. If it didn't work, drop the same arm down. Then the opposite arm is going to reach out to the side and back up to the ceiling, keeping fists like you're punching for the ceiling and you're pulling a rubber band apart from the other hand. And then it pulls you back up for a total of 5. I think there's 1 or 2 more. Once you finish 5, switch sides. And by sides, I mean arms. 2 more times to even out for 5. And then if your hands can stay up here, the leg will lower. You'll reorganize your body so that the other leg can go up. And the same pattern can happen where the opposite hand pulls out to the side first and back up. The same side, the hand reaches for the ceiling, the knee and the foot. And then after 5 with that arm, you switch over to the other side. Again, like you're pulling a rubber band away, and then it brings you up. Feeling your upper back muscles do the work to move the humerus, the upper arm bone, out and up. And once you finish 5, the hand's supposed to be reaching for the ceiling. Both legs will lower down, and the arms will lower to sit yourself up. Stay sitting. If you want a pillow, go ahead and grab one now for your butt. Like now it's so quiet. Sitting in your pillow, fixing my pants into a butterfly stretch first. Also itchy hand. Grab your foam roller, both hands shoulder width apart. Sit really tall. Push the feet into each other and squeeze through the glutes until you feel like your sits bones prop you up a little bit. And then start peeling your spine forward, rounding through your upper back, staying tall out of the sits bones, and then restacking back up tall. And you're only going to where you can stay tall out of the sits bones. If it feels like your weight goes in front of your sits bones towards your hamstrings, then you went too far. So just lightly lean forward through your upper back and back up. 2 more times. And once more. We're going to take one foot out to the side. The foot will point and the toes will relax back a little bit. So it feels like you're wearing a high heel that's pushing against the wall. As you do that, try and spread all of your toes. If you don't know how to do that, squeeze the outside of the glute as if your knee wanted to turn out, but don't let it do it. Maybe soften it and then get those muscles active and you'll feel your toes spread. Let's go ahead and peel round forward, reach as far as you can. Then you'll straighten through the spine, look out in front to extend back up with a flat back, to round forward again. Trying to keep your toes spreading as you're going through this movement. One more time, you round forward. You extend up. And then relax the foot in whatever position it wants to go in. We'll reverse that, hinging forward with a flat back, dropping down between the arms, and rounding up, restacking up the spine one vertebra at a time, like little pillows, stacking one on top of the other. Again, hinging forward with a flat back to drop through the head. And sit back up. Your foot is relaxed in whatever position it decided to hang out in. Once more. Good. And then switching over to the other side. Good. So then we'll peel forward with a pointed foot and the toes pulled, like I'm trying to spread apart. Then you come back up with an extended back, rounding forward. It's like you have a Barbie foot. And once more like that. When you reverse, you hinge forward with a flat back, the foot will be relaxed. Then you'll drop the head to round back up. Good. And then once you're evened out with 3 of them, both legs will go out to the side. Sit as tall as you can, sitting with both legs out to the side. It doesn't have to be a super big straddle. I just want it to be wherever you can sit comfortably tall out of the sits bones. So once you sit tall, engage through the glutes, put a little bit of weight onto your heels with soft knees so that the back of the leg is working. Grab your foam roller. Could be little, could be big. You're going to squeeze it lightly, take your elbows out to the side. Draw the abs in and lift tall. Above your head, you're going to reach your shoulders up and then shoulder blades down. Shoulders up and back down once more. Try and create space between the ribs and the hips. Reach through the ears, twist to one side, and back to center. Then over to the other side, and back to center. It's like you're a star. Good. One more to each side. I think that's a bonus. Good. Then take the foam roller down. One hand to the center. Let's do the right hand for you guys. And then taking the left arm over or up to the ceiling. Like you're just gonna drop the hand over the head as if you were like relaxed and just hanging out. I don't know, I hang out in this position sometimes. And then reach through your elbow and you'll start leaning to the opposite side. Then back up. If this is too much, the arm can be straight as you reach over and back up. If you're comfortable keeping it relaxed, you can keep the arm relaxed. 2 more like this. And once more. Switching hands, that hand will come onto the foam roller. Other one will reach up and just relax over your head so that you keep weight on the bottom hand as you go over and then come up. And again, you reach over and then come up for 3. I might be lying. Let's restart that count now. For 3, 2, long neck. If your head feels like it's rounding forward, don't let it. And then bring the arm down. Good. Same hand as the leg will gently be placed on the leg. Other hand will reach up for the ceiling. And like it's holding on to something, take your thumb out to the side, fingers together. Start to reach for your ankle. This hand also leads over as if it's trying to reach for where the ceiling meets the wall. And this leg's pushing the other leg, or this hand's pushing the other leg out. And this foot stands into the wall. Take a couple of breaths here. Then the arm will reach for the ceiling, down in front of the foam roller to kind of circle, and back up to lift up above you. It's like you're playing air guitar, like a really big one. Good. Just letting the arm circle. You can follow it with your neck, with your head, or you can keep your head the same. At the top, reverse your circle where the arm will drop in front of you first, and then above you and over. Once more. Just sitting back up tall to go over to the other side where the hand gently goes over, the other arm reaches with you. Good. And we take a few breaths here, like you're pushing the wall away and you're pushing your leg away, and then the opposite leg is also pushing in the opposite direction. All the opposition. Good. Then slowly you start to reach through that hand to bring it for the ceiling, down in front of the foam roller, and back up. One more circle. That looks good, guys. And then reversing at the top. If your head feels like it's dropped down, maybe it did, and then you look broken, which is perfect for Halloween. But reach long through it. Then we'll sit ourselves tall. Good. Bring the legs in front together. Bend your knees a little bit. Okay, quite a bit. Enough so that the foam roller can go under. Let your legs rest. The foam roller is going to be more so under the hamstrings than the knees. So if you're right under the knees, just bend your knees a little more, pull towards you, and then place it back down. From here, one leg lifts and then it lowers than the other. As we're doing this, we want to see if we could sit a little taller. Draw the abs in more so that there's more work through the leg and through the abdomen. Two more times on each side. Last set. Good. Bring the foam roller out. Good job taking class today. Have a happy Halloween.